If you or someone you love has been dealing with an enlarged prostate, or you're worried about your risk, what you eat can make a big difference. In fact, the right foods can help reduce symptoms, slow down enlargement, and even lower your risk of prostate cancer. Today, I want to share with you the best foods you can start adding to your diet right now to support a healthy prostate. This is not about fad diets or miracle cures. It's about proven, research-backed choices you can make every day to protect one of the most important glands in a man's body. So, if you're serious about taking charge of your health, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, I want to ask you something. Have you already made changes to your diet to improve your prostate health? Maybe you've cut down on certain foods or started eating more of others. I'd love to hear your experiences, so share them in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire with your story. Now, let's get straight into it. An enlarged prostate, also known as benign prostatic hyperplasia or BPH, is incredibly common as men get older. It can cause frustrating symptoms, like having to get up multiple times at night to urinate, difficulty starting or stopping, or feeling like your bladder never fully empties. And while medications and procedures are sometimes necessary, lifestyle changes, especially diet, can be powerful allies in protecting your prostate. The first group of foods I recommend are tomatoes and other lycopene-rich foods. Lycopene is a natural plant pigment that gives tomatoes their red color, and research has linked it to a lower risk of prostate enlargement and cancer. But here's a key point. Lycopene is more available to your body when tomatoes are cooked. So, tomato sauce, tomato paste, and even a good homemade soup can actually give you more benefit than raw tomatoes. Try to have some form of cooked tomato several times a week. Next, let's talk about cruciferous vegetables. These include broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. They're packed with compounds like sulforaphane that help your body detoxify harmful substances and reduce inflammation. Some studies suggest they may lower the risk of prostate cancer and help keep the gland from enlarging too quickly. If you can, include them at least 3 to 4 times a week. Lightly steaming them is a great way to preserve their nutrients. Another fantastic addition is fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, trout, and mackerel. These are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are known for their anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation is a key driver not only of heart disease but also of prostate issues. Swapping out red meat for fish a couple of times a week is a smart move that benefits your entire body. Speaking of inflammation, let's talk about nuts and seeds, particularly pumpkin seeds, walnuts, flax seeds, and almonds. Pumpkin seeds are especially helpful for prostate health because they contain zinc, which plays an important role in maintaining normal prostate function. You can snack on a small handful of nuts daily or sprinkle seeds over salads, yogurt, or oatmeal. Now, you might be wondering about soy. While soy has had its share of controversy, moderate amounts of whole soy foods like tofu, tempeh, and edamame have been linked to a lower risk of prostate cancer in some studies. They contain plant-based compounds called isoflavones that may help regulate hormone levels and protect prostate cells. Berries are another powerhouse food group. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are loaded with antioxidants that protect your cells from damage. Oxidative stress is something we want to minimize, especially when it comes to keeping the prostate healthy. A cup of fresh or frozen berries a day is a delicious and simple step you can take. Now, let's move to green tea. Green tea contains powerful antioxidants known as catechins, which may help slow the growth of prostate cancer cells and reduce inflammation. If you're a coffee drinker, you don't have to give it up entirely, but try swapping 1 cup a day for green tea. Whole grains are another important piece of the puzzle. Brown rice, quinoa, oats, and whole wheat pasta or bread give you fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar and keep your digestive system healthy. Why is that important for your prostate? Because poor metabolic health and excess body fat are linked to a greater risk of BPH and prostate cancer. Legumes, like beans, lentils, and chickpeas, are also worth highlighting. They're packed with plant protein, fiber, and beneficial phytonutrients. They can replace some of the animal protein in your diet, which may help reduce inflammation and improve hormone balance. One food I always recommend for men over 40 is pomegranate. This fruit is rich in antioxidants that have been studied for their potential to slow prostate cancer progression. You can drink unsweetened pomegranate juice or eat the seeds whole. Just watch your portions, as pomegranate juice can be high in natural sugars. Now, let's talk about what to limit. I'm not going to tell you that you can never have these foods again, but cutting back will make a difference. Reduce your intake of red and processed meats, things like bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. These are linked to increased inflammation and cancer risk. Limit high-fat dairy, as some research suggests it may be associated with a higher risk of prostate cancer. And be mindful with alcohol. Too much can increase inflammation and harm overall health. Salt is another one to watch, especially if you have urinary symptoms. Too much sodium can make you retain fluid and worsen BPH-related discomfort. Try using herbs, spices, and lemon juice for flavor instead of reaching for the salt shaker. I also recommend paying attention to your body weight. Carrying excess weight, especially around the belly, can worsen prostate enlargement and urinary symptoms. The good news is that by eating the foods we've talked about today, you'll naturally support a healthier weight. Let's put this into a practical example. Imagine starting your day with a bowl of oatmeal topped with blueberries, flax seeds, and a splash of almond milk. For lunch, maybe you have a hearty lentil and vegetable soup with a side salad drizzled with olive oil and lemon juice. In the afternoon, a small handful of pumpkin seeds makes a perfect snack. For dinner, grilled salmon with steamed broccoli and quinoa, followed by a small glass of pomegranate juice, would be an excellent choice. That's a prostate-friendly day on a plate. Balanced, delicious, and packed with nutrients. I also want to stress the importance of consistency. One healthy meal here and there won't make much difference. It's the daily, long-term habits that protect your health. Think of your prostate like a garden. You can't just water it once and expect it to thrive. You need to nurture it over time with the right nutrients to keep it in the best possible shape. Remember, food is just one part of the equation. Staying active, managing stress, getting enough sleep, and keeping up with regular checkups are equally important. But what you put on your plate every day is something you have full control over, and that's empowering. So here's my challenge for you. Starting today, add at least one of the foods we discussed into your meals and try to reduce one less healthy item. Keep making small, steady changes, and you'll be amazed at how much better you feel, not just in your prostate health, but in your overall energy, digestion, and mood. If you found this helpful, I'd love for you to share this video with someone who might benefit from it. And don't forget to comment below. What's one food from today's list you're going to start eating more of? Your commitment could inspire someone else to take their first step toward better prostate health. You have the power to protect your prostate, reduce your risk, and improve your quality of life. It starts with the choices you make today. So take that first step. You and your health are worth it.